then suddenly they're not that cool guy anymore, or that party guy anymore, or that guy who gets all the girls. Was that a horn?
I don't know. That was a horn. That was a girl. Someone acted as if it was summertime.
It was a little like.
Yeah. I just heard. And I'm thinking, huh. I don't remember. I don't think that's a part of the song. And I'm like waiting for you to say something. And I'm just like.
I was so confused. like right behind me was kind of.
What the is that?
It's this guy's brakes. It's this semi's brakes. It's this. Yeah. Yeah, it's his brakes. I was so confused.
I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
Hey everybody, welcome to an episode of Road Dogs,
Awesome.
where we talk about certain subjects that may not be discussed in a usual everyday setting. And today's topic is social cliques.
Ooh. But first, we should probably introduce ourselves.
If you guys don't know me, I'm the black guy that appears on JK Party.
Oh, really? Do you have a name, black guy?
My name is Josh Osei.
Oh, awesome.
Osei is not Japanese.
It
It's
sounds
Ghanaian.
Japanese.
It sounds Japanese, but it's Ghanaian. But I do like anime.
Yes, you do.
I do.
My name is Samuel Lin, and I am your local freelance multifaceted specialist. So what Josh said today, we are going to be talking about social cliques.
Yeah. So, social cliques. All throughout high school, I kind of didn't. I had a clique, but other than that, well, I kind of had a clique. I kind of didn't have a clique, but I was always a person that did not like cliques. I hated cliques.
Okay.
I hated most groups.
Okay.
Most groups because it was very they all follow one rule. No one really allows any outsiders. It was very tribe-like, herd mentality, I think is a better word.
Mm-hmm.
But me personally, I was never that big of a fan of cliques. So most of the time what I would be doing is I'd be going back and forth from group to group. Group hopping in a way, but I'm not a groupie. But I would just be group hopping just to get that social need or social feel.
Okay.
That would really be it. I was
you said you had a clique in high school. So what was the rules of your clique or that tribe in particular?
We had no rules. We just really messed each other up really bad.
So you guys were you guys the pranksters?
I think we were pranksters, okay. And we just joked around with each other really badly. Like, I think about it now, I'm just thinking with just like how societies ran and just how normal kids talk to each other. I think that kids talk a lot nicer to each other. Back then,
really?
me and my friends just we threw backpacks at each other, ketchup packets at each other, make it explode. Sometimes pulled pranks. We just really flipped around with each other a lot. I feel like a clique is most of the time a group of people, but then there's like a long trial period, and there's like not trial period. There's like a long screening time before you officially join the group. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, that's true.
I think that
still exists now, right?
Yeah, that still exists now.
Think about it. I think almost all societies run on cliques, even if you like it or not. Like, think about when we were kids, there were friend group cliques. In college, there are also friend group cliques, but the bigger, more organized forms of that were like frats or certain sports teams, or those are all these bands of brotherhoods or sisterhoods that they were trying to create, or that society creates. And then when you go past that and you go into the workforce, people are divided into cliques within each smaller company.
Right.
So I think that it's almost natural right? I don't know if we created it that way, but I feel like it's almost natural because humans crave like that kind of comfort. Right. So as much as like people have felt ostracized by cliques, I know I have. You know, are they unavoidable at the end of the day?
Are they unavoidable? I think a clique is unavoidable because I think it's a part of an everyday. I think it's a part of everyday life. Like when you go to work, there's like the clique, and you want to get inside that clique in order to actually, you know,
the inner circle or the boss's favor.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I think it's just like, I think it is unavoidable to an extent. But I think by the end of the day, it's all based off of like what you want or what you really want to do. Do you really want to be independent? And excuse me. Like I think another thing that I've learned is like while independence is nice, it's also hard. Like you can run everything by yourself, you can do everything by yourself, and that's cool. But to do that in the long run, I think that's really tiring, and I think it's easier to be in the clique because in one, it's less stress on you, and a lot less work for you to do on a day-to-day setting.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that skills that you can develop yourself, but you may not have the hours or energy to be able to do it, and that's the purpose of a small support group, aka clique.
Right.
Why do you think there are so many bad connotations about cliques if they're actually natural and they're helpful to a certain extent?
I think because it's the nature of the clique.
Okay.
Like there are different natures of different cliques.
Yeah.
Like with certain cliques, the nature of it could be a lot more maleficent.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be a lot more maleficent, and it could just be like, oh, you know, they're that group, but then they always talk shit. Like they're always talking shit about this one person. They're not really positive. They're not a positive like group of people, which makes sense. It like totally makes sense.
But I feel like every time I hear the word clique, right, you automatically believe they're toxic, right? Like that's the feeling I get behind it, just because it's always been used in such a negative.
It is, yeah, no, it does have like a negative sound to it, and I think because it's maybe a different variation of group, because then you can say, oh, like this is my group, or oh, this is my clique. Like when you say clique, it already sounds very.
I can't think aside from like you know when that song came out, You Ain't Messing With My Clique.
Yeah.
I was like, I have never heard of anyone call their friends their clique. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everyone says that's my friend, that's my homie, that's my, you know. But like to call them specifically like my clique, maybe that's why, you know, there's naturally such a negative feeling behind it, because it's never used in a positive light. Yeah.
Yeah, it's never used in a positive light, so that's kind of why you usually hear cliques, they tend to like slowly back away. So they don't want to deal with that. They don't want to deal with like the whole screening process. They just want to really, if they find a group good, they don't want to like go, because I think with the screening process it also comes as just like there's a hierarchy in the groups.
But doesn't everyone have their own little screening process and their own little hierarchy almost?
To an extent, yes.
Also speaking naturally, it just seems like, yeah, as much as you want to stay away from it, as much as like you don't want to be like that, like I feel people are generally untrusting, right? So they have that screening. They don't want someone. They're not as accepting just because they've been hurt before, or betrayed, or people didn't turn out the way that they thought they were. You said you're like really against cliques, so you group hop a lot. So what? There's also negative connotations about that, right? So what kind of drawbacks have you gotten from that before?
Negative drawbacks. I feel like the negative drawbacks would be me feeling like I don't connect with certain people, or I don't connect with a lot of people. I connect, but I don't connect.
What does that mean?
Like, I connect with them to a certain extent, but beyond that, I don't connect with, like, who they are as, like, people.
So, like, are there any examples of this? Because I feel like with people you have to click or you don't.
Right.
We're clicking it.
I mean,
like
there can be, like, a middle ground, and then I think
that's people you're cordial with, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's like acquaintance level versus...
Yeah, exactly. I think that's just, like, it's more of acquaintances, because then a lot of people that I think that I would mesh well with, they end up, like, not being, like, really, like, good. Or they end up not being people that I want to be around.
Yeah, I mean, we were just talking about this earlier about, like, there's this quote from Warren Buffett, if you guys don't know it, and if you guys don't know who Warren Buffett is, you guys should probably do a little bit of reading about this guy. But there's this quote that Warren Buffett says, and he says, "You are the average of the 5 people you hang around."
Right.
And honestly, this is pretty amazing, because I feel like some people, like, I remember when I first heard this phrase, and I was like, nah, I'm better than that, I can bring people up or whatever. And then I realized that, you know what, like, the 5 closest people you have do affect you that much. Anyways, I think we covered a lot today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that we have a good scope of the subject at hand, and I think that's just about covers it.
Yep, I believe so too.
With that said,
I'm Josh.
and I am Sam.
Please
don't serve us eggs and ham! Alright.
Alright.
Set my heart on fire.
Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in today, and hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you guys liked this and want to see more of it, be sure to like and subscribe. Also, if you guys have any ideas of topics that you'd like to discuss, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. Love you guys, and see you next time.